Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. My name is Agnes and welcome to beautiful paradise of India. Today I want to take you on the journey with me because I have something very exciting happening. I'm not going to tell you yet what's happening, but you probably see by the title. I might as well tell you. So I'm going to a radio. It's a small local community radio called IPS. And it's in IPS Academy, and it's a community radio which provides valuable information to its members. So it should be interesting. I'll be talking about the vlogging journey, how I started the vlogging, what can I tell to people that want to vlog, and just my journey so far. It should be fun. I'm just about to book a taxi. It's quite far away from me because it's 20 kilometers, which means that it will take me about 40 minutes. Still haven't got a car, so I'm going to take an Uber and I'll take you on the journey with me. Let's go. Studio, guys. Sorry? Yeah, you can make me a video.
Point of time if you want to record. So
Yes.
I will ask for that to record it.
Sure. I have a gimbal, so I'll put gimbal directly facing me.
Sure.
I'm trying to fix that, but I'm not needed. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Test of microphone. Can you hear me well? Is it picking up well, or should I put it closer to my face?
हेलो माय अमेजिंग लिस्टर, आप सुन रहे रेडियो इप्सा 91.2 एफएम और मैं आने वाली एक बार फिर से आ गई हूँ आपके लिए बहुत ही अमेजिंग सा ये शो लेकर जिसका नाम है स्टार्टअप पे बात, जहाँ पर हम करते हैं स्टार्टअप पे ही बात और हम अलग अलग स्टार्टअप ओनर से बात करते हैं कि वो स्ट्रैटेजीज कैसे बनाते हैं, वो अपना जो स्टार्टअप है उसको ग्रो कैसे करते हैं, स्केल अप कैसे करते हैं और भी बहुत सारी चीजें हम डिस्कस करते हैं। तो वैसे ही आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही प्रोमिनेंट पर्सनैलिटी है जिनका एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन सा यूट्यूब चैनल भी है और इनका नाम है एग्नेस मान, जो कि प्रोफेशन से तो सीए है लेकिन ये ब्लॉगिंग भी करती है, ब्लॉग्स भी लिखती है और भी बहुत सारी चीजें करती है। तो अगर आप ब्लॉग लिखना चाहते हैं, अपना ब्लॉग बनाना चाहते हैं या फिर आप उसे ग्रूम करना चाहते हैं तो ये जो शो है वो आप ही के लिए है। तो सबसे पहले वेलकम कर लेते हैं। वेलकम एग्नेस, हाउ आर यू?
Thank you so much. I'm well. Thank you so much for having me over, and thank you for the introduction. I didn't understand everything, but most of the things it did make sense.
So Agnes, you are CA by profession,
Yes.
right? And you have your own vlogging channel as well.
Yes.
And with a great, followers.
Thank you.
So what inspired you to start your own channel and to make such kind of video? You are making video of very different kind of thing, means you very generalized video and, to be very honest, very normal videos, but you have a great reach in your videos. So what inspired you to start your thing?
Sure. So as you mentioned, I am a chartered accountant. So this
Yes.
is where it all started. When I've qualified as an accountant, everybody was telling me, like, how do you do it? You're a mummy, because I've got 3 children. You're an accountant, so you've managed to qualify, which means I had to study a lot for
Yeah.
it. Then I run a house and cook, clean and everything. Back in the UK, which is where I gained my qualifications, there is no housemaid, so you have to manage the whole household yourself.
That is true.
So this is where the whole journey started, because everyone was asking me how you're doing it. I thought, why not writing about it? And it wasn't yet a video because I just was never thinking of going on YouTube, although I have myself loved learning from YouTube and I always watched YouTube channel of different kinds whenever I was needing to learn something. And I was thinking, okay, so why don't I start a blog? But I didn't know anything about it. So I just went online on YouTube and I learned how to start a blog.
Okay.
And I started my own website and started writing articles, but it was taking very long time to put one article up, which is about 1,500 words, takes about 3-4 days, including all the keywords research and everything. And so despite doing that for a little while, I was just feeling I'm not getting enough traffic and I'm not being heard. My voice is not being heard. So how do I now how can I pivot into YouTube? And I was very camera shy. Camera intimidated me. I did not
doesn't
want
seem
to.
so much.
Not anymore. But if you want to check out my first videos, where you can go and see how maybe you wouldn't see it, but the way I was speaking, I was not very fluent. I would stumble upon my words very much, and I was just not very confident. It takes time,
Yes,
to speak to
of
the
course.
camera. So I wanted to do it, but I didn't know how to pivot. So I actually have taken a few sessions of my friend who was a life coach, and she sort of took me aside and like took my limiting beliefs away, and she talked me into actually starting, and she started recording me actually, and then made me watch myself back, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not too bad, I can start. So my primary language is actually Polish because I'm from Poland, but I thought I'm more confident speaking English and also probably will get more reach. And because I qualified in England, I thought maybe I can be of more help from, you know, being in England, talking in English as well. So this is how it all started. I started posting my first videos, and at the beginning it was a mess. I didn't know what I'm doing. I didn't know how to edit. My husband actually said he's going to edit my first videos. And he's purchased a Adobe Premiere Pro program online course and the program itself, and we both sat down and watched it, and I actually got into it, whereas he found it boring and not very interesting. So yeah, since then I was editing my videos, I was doing my thumbnail, I was doing my SEO, you know, all the thumbnails.
So you're doing it yourself?
I was doing it all myself up until about a half a year ago, when I actually got in touch with a really good team. I don't know if I can mention, but one of the person that will be speaking here in IPS is the manager of my channel. So he does the thumbnails, he does the titles, and the team helps me creating more viewable videos, those that will be of interest to Indian audience, because they are from India, and this is what I'm targeting at the moment, because I'm a foreigner in India. This is what you find the most in my channel, about the journey that we're here going through, you know, visiting all different places and just exploring India and Indore itself, and just like what do I do on a day-to-day basis, because people do find this interesting.
And people love to, you know, see from the different perspective as well.
Yes,
so
of
that's
course.
why people are keen to, you know, see what you are doing. That is really amazing. And the way you have started, because chartered accountant is something which is, you know, very studious and that kind of thing. And vlogging is it is totally different.
It's different. And you see, I'm a very creative person, so that's why when I went into vlogging, and I've been doing it for now 3.5 years, this is what's like kind of, you know, I'm leveraging my creativity here, because I'm creative, and you know, whenever you're editing, your creativity has to come in place, because if you're not creative, then you just wouldn't enjoy the process.
That is really true. So Agnes, you are running your own vlog, your YouTube channel. So we are very keen to understand how you have jumped into this particular industry, vlogging industry. But at the same point of time, the technology is ever changing, right? The landscape is changing, the social media is changing. So how do you manage to, you know, just look at the trends and how you update yourself?
So I constantly follow another YouTubers. So people that do YouTube successfully and advise others YouTubers how to do it successfully. So I follow a few channels which, you know, they do give you various points of views, because their own channels are about different things. So you have to kind of take bits of every information and try to implement it in your own channel. It is not always going to work for you, because everyone's channel is different. Like my channel is about vlogging, so it's a different one than someone sitting and just having talking head video, which is just you talking to the camera. But either way, you can test and experiment and see what works. So, you know, in the social media nowadays, the algorithm is ever changing. You cannot keep up with it to the point where it always works for you, because they will be changed next night, and
that is true.
You're already behind. So you cannot get yourself wound up too much about algorithm, about keeping up with trends and everything. I believe that if you create videos which you enjoy yourself doing, and you're interested in a topic that you're talking about, it will always resonate with somebody. And there's no point chasing, you know, somebody else's channel thinking, oh, he's doing this that way, and I should be doing the same thing because it works for that person, because it's not necessarily going to work for you. And at the end of the day, you're going to get burnt out. You're not going to enjoy making those videos, because it's not something that you're naturally interested in. So
you are under pressure, and you're not able to, you know, put your creativity into that thing.
Exactly. And pressure, talking of pressure, there's a lot of pressure doing YouTube, and it's so inflicted, because you do want to stay consistent. Consistency is the key with YouTube. You have to put at least, if you're a vlogger, at least one video in a week. This is like a bare minimum, and you can see what works with your viewers, because if you put too many videos, people will not want to see every day of your face, you know. They maybe want to see once every 2 or once every 3 days. So you have to see where's that sweet spot. Also bearing in mind, you don't want to decrease the qualities of your videos, because it takes time to edit them, to make them interesting, to publish, create thumbnail and title, because there is a lot of things that goes between, you know, to make sure that you have the video which actually gets found. You know, you can either try to go through SEO and make sure that people can look for the topic and find you there.
Keywords, which we can say.
Yes. And another thing is that you just create something that's trending. And I don't really do both of them at the same time. I try to sometimes hit the SEOs and sometimes do something that's trending. So if there was a cricket match, for example, I was watching it and I was recording myself and reaction to it. I was so gutted that India actually lost in the very finals because they were doing so well all the way. But I enjoy watching cricket, and this is what we've recorded. So that was the trending topic because it was right on point when it happened, and I published it literally a few hours after. But because India lost suddenly, it didn't really do very well for me.
Okay.
So it does, depend on how other things are happening to how successful your video is going to be. But there is so much technology out there that will help you to find which keywords are trending, or you can just type on Google and YouTube are biggest SEO platforms. So if you type keywords that you're interested in, you will see the next 2-3 words. So that will give you ideas on how to find that one idea about the video that you need to create. And it's good to actually know the topic that you want to create the video about. Like if you're a vlogger, especially me, it's not that you're just taking the camera and hoping something interesting going to happen. If I'm going away for holidays and we are, I don't know, at Goa beach, then obviously this is going to be a beach day, and then I will just make sure that I look for the keywords that are most researchable in that given field to make sure that it kind of hits with the algorithm as well.
Okay, so it is majorly you have to see the trends, you have to see the keywords, the search or engine optimization,
yes,
and the majorly the algorithm. It is changing because
it's changing, yes, and sometimes it works in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. I do think that you need a little bit of luck as well. There is this timing that has to come in the same place as the people are maybe looking for something and they just happen to stumble upon your word, because there is 114 million creators out there on the YouTube channel. It's still not very saturated. For example, Instagram has way more users. This is why I find Instagram much harder to grow, for example, than YouTube. So although I'm more active on Instagram with the stories and maybe reels, I am less successful with it because the algorithm is completely different and I'm more used to long form content.
Okay, so whenever means you are making any kind of video, how you think that it will stand different from the other YouTuber? Because there are bombardment of information, bombardment of YouTubers also as well.
Yes.
Right? So how do you think that?
I don't know that. You just it's like you put a video and you hope that it will do well. It's really down to the algorithm whether it will. They say that you should look at the algorithm as the audience. If the audience, the one that is already watching your channel, is not interested in the given title and thumbnail combination, because it is about click-through rate, if they're not interested in that topic and they will not watch it, then YouTube is not going to push your videos further out. But if at that point in time your subscribers are actually on the platform and they are watching the channel and your video pops up, they watch it and they maybe comment, so they engage with it, because the engagement is also built into the algorithm analytics. And then at the same time your video is performing well at this point, then YouTube will be pushing it out to more audience. So it is very much luck. I believe. I've done videos which I didn't think is gonna do that well and it's skyrocketed, whereas I did videos which are planned well and I really organized it and executed it well and edited and spent so much time on editing, and thumbnail was like really good and the title was searchable, and still the video died. So I'm like, it is so much about luck.
Okay, fine. If you ever want to start a YouTube channel, right, then there are certain things which is important, that is content.
Yes.
Right? So content is the key, because as I said earlier also, there are bombardment of information and bombardment of YouTubers which is there on the platform. So you share the video which is different and it resonates with the audience. So how do you do that? As
I've mentioned before, you got to create the videos that you love creating. And because my lifestyle channel, I now call it a lifestyle channel because I do talk a lot about the lifestyle that we have here in India. This is what it evolved into to be. You just have to create videos that you love. So I take a camera, and if we're going to I don't know, south of India, and we're seeing some interesting temple and we're going to explore it with my children and my husband, then this is what I'm going to be doing that day. And because it's our story, it's our memories as well, I also think that it's very lovely for us to have that footage, you know, because it will never go away. Like unless I delete the video off the YouTube, or YouTube for some reason closes my channel, because it can also happen if you break the guidance and you know, community guidance, then it stays there forever. And I already see over the last 4 years that I've been creating videos, my children have evolved, you know, our life has changed so much. There were so many things happen, and we've got so many lovely memories. So as long as you love creating those videos,
so whenever you see back the videos,
yes,
that you can
and we do that.
Yes.
We do that. We sometimes sit down, and you know, if it's if we're missing, for example, my children miss my parents, so they grandparents, then sometimes we sit down and watch the videos from us being in Poland over Christmas time, and you know, we see how they've changed, and they like cringe at their own behaviors, and you know, it's just so lovely to have those memories online. So just create videos that you love, or if you're really good at something, show it. You know, if you're great at cooking and you're really good at it, people always compliment you that, you know, you cook great meals. Like, you know, I would love to see the recipe or share the recipe. Why don't you just share it while filming yourself making the recipe and share it with the world, you know? Because there will be always someone out there who is just one step behind you and would love to find out how you got there.
That is true. That is really true. So, Agnes, as you said, that it creates memory, and you know, it gives you. It is all about creativity. We can say that, right? But the thing is that many people look forward to make vlogs, and they are confused, right?
Yes.
And they do not know how to start the vlogging.
Yes.
So, what tips you want to share with us, that with our listener, that how they should start and what they should do if they want to grow their vlog?
Sure. So at the beginning, I would say don't focus too much on the views, because algorithm doesn't know about your channel yet. It would take forever before, maybe not forever. Everyone's journey is completely different. You know, I can start today and not get views for the next 5, 10, 15 videos, and another person can start one video and it's just gonna hit the algorithm at that point, and it's gonna go viral, and that person's straight away going to build up the following. So everyone's journey is different. But the one thing is, everyone's got camera nowadays in their smartphones. Take the camera out, and without intention of actually putting up on YouTube that video that you've just done, just film yourself and see how you're getting on with being on the camera. Watch yourself back. It's going to be cringy for sure. First 10, 15, 20, maybe even 100 videos will not be good. You got to get started before you get good. And this is the key thing, that people give up too quick. There is so many YouTubers, and when I was starting my journey, I was following other YouTubers who were at the very similar situation. They were just growing their channel, and now I see long time ago they've just given up, and I continued, and this is why my channel grew. Because with the YouTube, your channel will always, even little by little by little, it will grow over the 365 days. If you post every week 2 videos, that's over 100 videos in your library already sitting there, and they may not be better than other successful YouTubers, but you're getting there, you're getting good. Yeah, that is before you get smarter, which is when you hire a team and they help you to get better thumbnails. This is when the whole machine really gets going. Yes.
And how it will, consistency is the important part.
Very important. Consistency is the key. If you're not consistent on YouTube, and if you post one video today and next one next month, and the next one, I don't know, 2 weeks later, then YouTube is confused. Like, what's going on? Is this channel actually active? People will be confused, because those that already watch you and be like, what's happened to this person? They disappeared. And yes, they might be curious when you post another video because you haven't posted for a while, but it is not good for the channel itself. So rather than aiming to, I don't know, post 5 videos in a week, why don't you just start slow? 2 videos in a week, because you will need time to, it's a very sharp learning curve to begin with, to edit, to do the thumbnail. And at the beginning, you are one person doing everything, and you're learning as well. So it's not easy. That's why you got to go through those first 10, 20, 100 videos.
As you're emphasizing much on the thumbnail, how much thumbnail plays a role?
It plays a massive role, because when a person sees a video on the recommending session, or when they first come onto the YouTube on their homepage, they see the thumbnail. And if the thumbnail is just taking off the YouTube that picked up the random video from the middle of the it's not going to work if you're not known yet. If you're a celebrity,
then
they would watch it, because you're already established brand, established name. But if you're new, you got to work on the thumbnail. Thumbnail has to be appealing, it has to have good coloring, minimal text, maybe maximum 4 or 5 words on it, and it has to complement the title. It does not repeat what says on the title, because you're wasting another space of where you can utilize those keywords, because algorithm reads the title and they read what's on your thumbnail as well. That's how smart it is. So then it knows who to push it to. People that are usually watch that kind of videos, they would see your video on recommended section, and if they click on it, then that's half the success. The next half of success is how long they watch it for. The first 30 seconds is very, very crucial, and it has to be very punchy, it has to be interesting to make sure that the audience is engaged and they stay throughout the video to watch it. It will never be that your video will be watched 100% until the end. I don't think even Mr. Beast has such such engaging audience that they would watch till the end, because everyone sometimes just gets disconnected. I don't know, phone rings, someone calls you, and you're just not able to finish the video. But as long as you keep them engaged for the first 30 seconds, then that video will rank high.
So when we talk about videos, when we talk about thumbnails, certain softwares are important.
Yes.
Right?
They are there to help you.
Yeah. So if someone is starting their own channel, let's see if I want to start my own channel, but I don't know how to start it and how to edit the videos. So what advice you will give to those vloggers, those who are willing to start their channel, and what software you will suggest to those vloggers?
So there are several softwares that can be utilized that are actually free of charge. So you don't have to begin with invest in anything. If you have a camera, you record on your camera, and then whether you have an iPhone, then you have available iMovie. It's a very basic software, but it's very easy to use. It's very intuitive. And if you're still not sure how to use it, just look on YouTube. And with a few tips, you just experiment. You try how to cut the video, how to add B-roll, how to add some text, maybe some music in the background. And at the beginning, it has to be very simple. You don't make this complicated to yourself. This will come later when you get better at it. First, you have to get started, then you get going, and then you get good, and then you get smart. So yeah, the software that I would recommend for myself, I am using actually LumaFusion. This is paid software, but it's not very expensive, and also is not as advanced as Adobe Premiere Pro. This is the software I was initially starting with, but because I recorded my iPhone, at the beginning I had issues with the rendering of the videos because I was using an .mov format, whereas Adobe Premiere Pro just did not like those kind of videos. So I had to then convert, and it was just taking me so long. So I was like, I've got iPhone, I've got iPad, I might as well just drop it all via AirDrop. It takes seconds, it's all there. And I was using iMovies at some point, and then I pivoted to LumaFusion Pro, which is a very good software. Is good enough for my needs. I am not a professional editor as such, but is sufficient for me. And then for the thumbnail design, I would really recommend for people to use Canva. Now, Canva is very underrated software, and if you have a free version that is already good enough to use for the thumbnail design, you click a good picture. So make sure you do think about that picture, because you want to make sure that the thumbnail looks nice and appealing. Don't just take a random screenshot of the video that you recorded, but just have a pleasant, maybe if you want to say something and you want to have a text above your head, just point at something in the air, and later you're going to enter the text to it. So just think ahead before you actually create the video. How would you like this thumbnail to look? And if you haven't done it before video, then at least after the video, make sure that maybe you research on YouTube similar topic and see what kind of thumbnails are there that's trending. And if someone has similar background, for example, yellow background or white background, they would stand out because they
it look different.
It's a contrast, right? So just try that. And then with Canva, you don't have to really have a paid subscription to it. If you want to have paid, then that will let you perhaps blur the background or remove the background from the picture, so you can put something else in between. But you really don't have to do that. Don't overcomplicate it. Just go with the free resources that are available. It's not about resources, it's about being resourceful.
That is true. And when we talk about colors, so is there any specific color which YouTube like more? Or
it's ever changing. So again, just have a look what's trending and what is current, what is fresh. So not a video from 3 years ago, which may be still doing very well, but that's because this video has been already there for a while, so algorithms keep pushing it. But look at the recent videos in your field, in the topic that you are talking. Maybe type even the same title that you want to do. You can even copy that title. YouTube is not going to punish you for copying really good title because it can be about the same thing. So, that's what you're going to use. And just see what's on the thumbnails. Try to not copy it, but maybe use the same coloring or maybe similar font that you're using or similar way that you're looking at the camera. You know, it used to be very popular, you know, the Mr. Beast face where he opens his mouth and just a huge expression on the face. Yes, expression is important, but apparently smile is actually more appealing to people and more welcoming to people to actually come and see the video and be more interested in that.
So, Agnes, as you said that there are so many YouTubers also,
Yes.
right, which are doing, you know, great job. They are performing
Yes.
a great job. But at a point, the point has came means when you have certain self-doubt and, you
Yes.
know, something fear of facing the camera. So, how you see that means how you advise them that how can they overcome this particular thing?
Is just by the practice. So you just hit the record, you know, talk to the camera without intention to putting it on a YouTube and see how it looks. And yes, at the beginning you will be rusty, you will be new to it, it's a new experience, but maybe imagine there's a friend at the you know, we all speak over the video calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
WhatsApp call, a Zoom call.
True.
This is the similar situation. You're speaking to somebody because somebody's going to be on the other side of the camera post your edit and you're publishing it. So this is a very similar situation, and it just takes some, it's a matter of getting used to it. Even I was not confident to begin with, but slowly as you practice, as you look back at it, and as you get better and you get good feedback from people and you read the comments like, wow, great video, well done, or this was interesting, that boosts your
Yes.
self-confidence. Yes, you do have haters as well, but you know, try not to get too wound up in that, because there is always going to be someone that is going to criticize, and you can't please everybody.
That is true. That is really true, because, you know, people comment and they, you know,
They
make
think they
fun
can
of
say
you and
anything and everything that they want, and they can hurt you. And some comments are hurtful.
Yes.
I have dealt with comments where I was really thinking that why would that person be so mean? Like, they don't even know me personally. They only see me through the lens of a camera, and I'm trying to be as true and transparent and honest to myself as I can be, because I'm not there to copy anyone else.
True.
And eventually this will come up. If you bring someone else on camera to what you are in an everyday, you know, life, it will come out. Eventually your energy will fall, because this is not who you are. You're not really energetic. So I'm not going to be, wow, this and that, you know, hi guys, this and that. You got to be, you have to be a bit upbeat, you know, to bring people's energy up as well. But don't overdo it. Don't try to be somebody else and copy people. But there is always going to be somebody that has something to say about it and maybe comment that, you know, they didn't like it.
You cannot please everyone.
No, never.
True. Whenever you talk about, you know, vlogging and YouTube videos, somebody do it for passion.
Yes.
Someone do it for, you know, they look as a career.
Yes.
So whenever you are pursuing your hobby and it turns into your profession, then, you know, it is a great combination.
Yes.
Right? So if anyone wants to monetize their channel, or they want to pursue it as a career, so what advice do you give to them to monetize their own channel?
So first of all, there is some requirements from YouTube side in order to join the YouTube partnership program, which is when you start getting paid for the ads that are being displayed on your channel. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I'm not too sure whether YouTube has not changed that to 500 subscribers lately. I'm still going by to what it was when I was starting. So it took me, for example, 7 months till the time that I've managed to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So in my first 7 months, I earned 0. And then once I start earning, the money was trickling. So this was like a pocket money, you know. It still is a pocket money, but with this you can monetize your channel not just from the ad revenues. Nowadays the YouTubers really, or sponsors and brands, are looking for nano and micro influencers, which are people from 10,000 to 100,000 subscribers, because these are the channels that are resonating with everyday person more to what is the celebrity who everyone knows that will get millions of you know, pounds or whatever for such advertisements. So they would actually be more relatable to what the big influencers are. So if you really want to make this as a career, I would say to begin with you have to get comfortable with actually posting a video and get good at it. So don't look at the monetizing your channel as yet. Yes, everyone's goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers and get those 4,000 watch hours, and this is something you should be monitoring and making sure you're getting there. But don't get yourself hung up on it, because a lot of people give up because yes, it takes a lot of effort. You know, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and people usually go into YouTube because they see those successful YouTubers that have millions of subscribers and they're already making a living out of it and they've made careers out of it, and they think they're going to replicate the same success. And it will, even those very successful YouTubers at the beginning, took them time to get to the monetization stage. So it's not just don't just get yourself hung up on getting this monetization goal. And everyone's journey is different. It took me 7 months, but it can take somebody else 2 weeks, because they just happen to hit the algorithm. Maybe they started with a very trending topic and they happen to go viral, and after that, and I've seen a channel actually who, when I was starting up, was starting with me, and they've posted 3 videos, and their 3rd video was viral and then got very successful very quickly. They've grown to 30,000 subscribers right at the beginning when I was still at 1,000, even though I've already posted 50 videos. And theirs were 3rd video, and they were in a similar niche. They were also a mixed couple, and they were talking about their relationship, and they've given up after another 10 or 15 videos. It's just because it takes so much time and effort that they just did not have to devote, and they just did not like it enough to keep pushing it. So because everyone's got self-doubts, and despite doing it for such a long time, I get burnt out, and sometimes I just can't be bothered to edit my video, or or I get pulled away because we're traveling, or because something else is happening, or maybe I'm just not in the mood for it. So you just got to think of not it as being there for you to reach certain goal because you want to make money out of it, but at the beginning treat it as a hobby, as something that you need to first establish whether you actually love it enough for you to make this into a career. And then once you start getting monetized and you see that this is maybe a future for me, then start being intentional about it. So don't anymore post random videos, but try to research a little bit into the topic that you want to talk about, and especially if you have a talking head video, not a vlogging, because vlogging is very spontaneous and is about what you're doing. You just have to do the research prior to make sure that your keywords are hitting the SEO. But if you're doing talking head video, then make sure you research that ahead. Have a little script. You don't have to say everything word by word, but have some bullet points so that you follow and you don't deviate from the topic, and make sure that you have some sort of structure.
Video, you can say.
Yes, and good video to it, and then maybe record some B-rolls to show it as. But you see, nowadays a lot of creators are actually going to vlog style videos, despite it being perhaps something that in the previous time they could do as a talking head video, because people resonate with vlogging more in a better way. If you're showing somebody how to fix the washing machine, don't just talk to them on the camera, or this is what you have to do, step 1, step 2, step 3, because that's boring. Show it, show them what you're doing, show them how it's done. And this is becoming then a vlog style video, because you're moving the cameras around, you're showing different angles, and because you're talking while you're actually doing something, this is then considered as a vlog style video. So
it is a different kind of world, you can say. YouTube vlogging is a different world, and you have to be persistent, be consistent and be creative.
Be creative, and don't always hang yourself up on the number of subscribers that you have, and I'm not monetized yet, because what happens as well, once you hit that 1,000 subscribers and you're getting some traction on your channel, the brands will start reaching out to you. So have your one email which is dedicated to your YouTube channel, and put that in about page, because when the sponsors or brands are looking for new creators to create videos and collaborate with them, they will be looking at the about page to find your email address. They will then email you saying that this is the brand that we have this certain product, would you like to do a review?
Promote it,
And at the beginning, when you're very little, they would not sponsor the video as such, but perhaps they will send you a product. So if they have, I don't know, some nice fancy camera, they would want you to test it if you are in that niche, for example. And that camera can cost, I don't know, $300 to $400. And if they send it to you, you got free products and you're reviewing it. Because you're still little, you can't really expect them to charge, for you to charge them yet, because
it is in the kinds, not in the cash.
Exactly. So that's at the beginning, and then later, when you're established YouTuber and you already have authority on the market, then they will be approaching you saying, this is the product that we are giving you, probably 2, 3, 4, so you can test it well, and please do the video for us, promote it, and we're gonna give you this and this amount of money. And this is when it's good to actually get some sort of manager on point, on board, if you don't know how to negotiate those deals for you, because then they will take advantage of you not knowing what's the rates in the market. And
that is true.
So these are the opportunities that actually come
afterwards, when you have a grown channel.
Yes.
Fine. Perfect. What are your plans, Angels?
What are?
For your plans and your goals and your vision for your channel?
I still want to grow it. I'm still, strong and consistent in posting my videos, and I believe, I've already have such a success at it. But there is, the sky is the limit.
Yes.
There is so many people in the world that are joining the platform, are joining YouTube to watch it as well, because they prefer to watch that over the television. The television as we know it is no longer.
Yeah.
Nobody watches the television as such. They watch on demand things. So either Netflix, Amazon Prime, or YouTube. This is three main things that people watch nowadays. So that's why YouTube is growing exponentially, and it will grow even more. And this is why it's the right time to now come and join the platform. And I'm not recommending for you to do YouTube just because I'm working for them. I'm not.
Yeah.
But I think it's an experience that everyone should go through and at least try and see how it goes. If you don't like it after 10-15 videos, give up. But if you think there is a chance and you're actually enjoying it, keep pushing through it and don't look at the figures yet.
One more question has came into my mind.
Go ahead.
Actually, YouTube also have YouTube Shorts. Nowadays, it is very much in. I just missed that particular portion. But yes, of course, we just really love to know how much it, is it playing a huge role, or it is?
Yes, YouTube Shorts is massive. Obviously, people's attention span is going shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
So people like on Instagram, you got Reels, which are very short videos.
90 seconds.
Yes,
right.
TikTok has done an amazing job with the short form videos and vertical videos. So then YouTube tried to follow footsteps, because if they don't, then they stay behind, right?
Yeah.
And they have to keep up with the trends as well. YouTube as well trying to work there to make sure that they are there for viewers, not for the creators so much. They are there to please the viewers, because that's where they get the ads placement and they get paid from it. So at the end of the day, if you want to grow as a creator, you have to experiment all forms of video. Long form videos is where you actually make money on, because there are several ads placed on your video. So when the people watch the ads, you get paid. Shorts are there really for growing the subscriber base. And you have a live streams, which is more for community building and maybe also making some money, because if you have interesting live stream, people can actually buy tanks for you, and there will be a little bit of money trickling from that particular video. So everyone should experiment on all sorts of I did live streams a few times as well, and it's a good experience, but it's always much longer form. And you can do podcasts as well. Like if you enjoy talking to your friends and you have some few interesting friends in your circle, why don't you bring them on and just do a little interview and have engaging conversation, and from that long form video you can chop shorts and make those punchy, quick, informational shorts from it, and that will then help you grow the channel and bring the people into your channel for them to watch the whole long interview.
Fine. At the last, Agnes, I just want to ask that what message you want to give to our listener. What is your message?
Sure. The message would be just start. Just press the record. If you're really thinking that maybe YouTube is for me, press the record and see how it goes. You never know where that journey is going to take you. It might be a successful one, and don't always think about monetizing your channel. Think about it as a journey. And whenever someone hears that I'm a YouTuber, they're like, wow, you're a YouTuber, and they check my channel and say, wow, you've done an amazing job. And it's really self-boosting to hear that, and it's amazing to see that people are inspired.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, press record.
Okay. So thank you so much, Agnes. You came here and you share such an insightful things which is related to YouTube and vloggers, and it will definitely help the budding vloggers, those who are willing to start their own channel. So thank you once again from the complete family of Radio Ipsa. So
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. तो ये थी हमारे साथ एग्नेस मान, जिन्होंने हमें बताया है कि कैसे आप अपने YouTube चैनल स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, कैसे इसको आप मोनेटाइज भी कर सकते हैं, और किस तरीके से और अपने व्यूअर्स एंड फॉलोअर्स बढ़ा सकते हैं. तो इस तरह की और भी बातें अगर आपको जानना है, और भी नई नई चीजें अगर आपको जानना है, तो आपको क्या करना है, बहुत ही सिंपल सा काम, हर बार मैं बताती हूँ, बहुत ही सिंपल सा काम करना है. आपको ट्यून करना है रेडियो इप्सा और सुनना है मेरा शो जिसका नाम है स्टार्टअप पे बात. सो टिल द टाइम स्टे ट्यून टू रेडियो इप्सा 91.2 FM, जो कहे दिल की बात, मेरे यानी वानी के साथ. This is our control room, and here we do the post-production thing. Here we, whatever we record, we give a good background score, we reduce the noise, and
you
we do
edit
everything.
it. Yes. It's very similar to vlogging, only that is the...
Just like I explain. We are producing one song here. Shivratri is coming on at, this Mahashivratri, it is a festival.
Yes, I heard about it, yes.
So we have created one song, one bhajan.
So this is the singing studio, right?
Yes.
And through the glass is the room where we just were, where the magic happens.
Yes.
Lovely. Maybe one day I'll come and perform. Guys, I'm on my way home, but what a fantastic experience it was. I really enjoyed the interview. It went really smoothly, and I hope you guys too enjoyed it and find it insightful, because I shared all my tips and everything I knew about YouTube, because I really wanted this to be helpful and insightful for the viewers and listeners as well. So, if you did, please don't forget to comment, subscribe to my channel, and also, I'll see you soon. Oh, sorry guys, I'm in a taxi and it's rather bumpy, but I'll see you soon. Bye!